What's going on, guys? Kivox here, and welcome to a new Wandsday. I have 6 wands for you guys today, and 2 are revamps, 2 are very different, and then 2 are a little bit more on the traditional classic style. Most people will like, hopefully. I hope. Remember, the way that these videos work, if you are watching this on any sort of Patreon early access, then you get first dibs. If you want to pick up any of these wands, please send me a message on Discord, and we will negotiate the next step. Not really negotiate. We will discuss the next step. And if you are watching this on YouTube, then you can go to enderswands.com. It'll bring you to the Etsy page, and you can see if any of the wands are still available. On the last batch, I think it was like less than 24 hours, they were all gone. So if any of these interest you, go check them out. Go see some more better photos of them, and then come back and watch this video. Or maybe watch this video first and then go. It doesn't matter. If you're going to pick up a wand, but just be aware that sometimes they sell out pretty quickly, sometimes they don't. Also, I don't remake wands. I make one wand that looks like that wand, and then that's it. I move on to the next. You'll see that all of these today are very different. So let's start off with this guy. So this is made out of ash. I gotta check. I keep forgetting to grab the ruler every time I do this. This guy comes in at 13 and a half. I went for a little bit more of a thicker style wand. So if you notice, the balancing point is actually like almost in the middle, as you can see. And what that means is it makes it kind of feel like you want to hold the wand more toward the middle, which I like, because then it reveals the nice little pearl at the end here, which I think came out pretty nice. It's a simple design, but I really like it. Obviously, there's some massive burning going on these, and then we got these 3 little rings, 3 little baby rings right there, and I like it. I like 3 rings. I feel like, you know, the rule of 3. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but I always feel like odd numbers look better than even numbers. If you just had like 2 rings or 4 rings, it wouldn't look as nice as 3 or 5. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but it's just something I've learned. As you can see, it has a nice thick blade, and it tapers down into a slightly thinner part here, and then it tapers back out. Does that make sense, how I said that? I hope so. Again, this is a simple one. And then we have another one also made of ash, but as you'll see, it looks very different. And this is basically proof that if you paint it or finish it differently, or just use different techniques for making the wand, you can basically make like different types of wood look, or the same types of wood look completely different. I would imagine that if you looked at these 2, you probably wouldn't assume that they're the same wood, unless you know what to look for. But I like this one. It was much lighter. I kind of went in with a little bit of paint to add this little bit of, if you guys look closely, you can see it has a little bit of like some extra browns in there, and then a little bit of gray. I put a little bit of a silver and white paint, kind of just smashed it all over it, and then wiped it off really quickly, and then went in with the brown. It's kind of like a peachy light brown color, and then I went in very lightly, sanded it, and then also went in again and gave it a quick hit with the torch to just to make it pop a little bit better. And what it did is it actually it eats away a little bit at the little fuzzies that you'll sometimes get on the wood. But if you go too long, you'll start burning stuff. I think this one's pretty cool. It kind of looks like a horn a little bit. or maybe a bone or something like that. If you look closely, there are some nice little fine details put into there. Came out pretty good. Okay, I thought it came out pretty good. And like I said, comparing these two, they are the same wood, but the wands do look pretty much completely different, which I'm very happy with. So now let's talk about the two revamped wands. So one of them was this one. So obviously I don't have this one anymore because I edited it. I changed it. I wasn't feeling it anymore. I had an idea for it and I was like, I'm gonna do this to this one since, you know, it's been up on the shop for a little bit. It seems like people aren't as interested in it. It used to be one of two. So there was it. Somebody does have the sister to this one, which I love because now your wand, if you are watching this and you bought the sister to this, your wand is even more unique because before it had kind of like a non-identical twin, right? But now it's like a cousin to this one. As you can see, it's very similar. I extended the acrylic in here. I basically carved out all of the acrylic that used to be in here, and now you can see that there's this it's really hard to see on the camera, but it's actually you can see into it. It's not just a flat purple color. It's almost like a little river, of purpleness in there. So hopefully you guys can see that. But now the even weirder part, the thing that is really gonna make it much more different besides just the color difference, is this on this side here. Again, some people may hate this, but I basically made the bark on it into kind of like a snake skin. And what was cool about it, since the bark itself isn't as porous as the second layer down, when I sprayed it with the clear, it made all of the high spots shinier than the second layer down. So I was very excited about this. So one side we have like a snake skin pattern, and then on the other side we have the inside of the wood. I really like this. I think it came out really cool, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm glad I did it to this guy. So hopefully somebody picks this guy up soon, because it's been waiting. It's been waiting for a good home, and hopefully it finds you. So now the next one that I did was this guy. So I liked this wand, as I mentioned in the previous video. It was from the latest batch, but as it sat there, and as you know, nobody picked it to be on their team, I just felt like I felt bad for it. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do a complete makeover. We're gonna tear you down and build you back up better than you were before. Okay, so everybody that passed you up is gonna feel jealous. They're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe it's the same wand. Hopefully I succeeded in doing that. So here it is. As you can see, it's, for the most part, it's the same thing. The big changes are gonna be on that spiral part. I really like this one. As you can see, the spiral is still there. It still wraps around, and you can see it's like hollow. Oh man, it's so hard to see this. It's like hollow right there, and it looks really good. Let's see if we shine some light in it. You can see it shines right. Oh, here we go. We'll do that. Oh, look at that. That looks so cool. So here it is. I got rid of the little brass gold pieces that were wrapped around here, and I did this to it. Basically, I had to pour the acrylic. I tried to get as clear of an acrylic as possible. The good thing is I got all the bubbles out. There's like no bubbles in there, which is great. I actually broke the end of it off because it ended right here, and I didn't want that to be inside the acrylic. So I broke it off, and then I took the Dremel and I carved away a bunch of like almost like feathery like a feathery look to it. There's also a little bit on the inside. It's a little bit harder to see on camera, but you can kind of see it there. And then I did a quick heavy dry brush of silver around it just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. You can see that this part in here is actually inside the acrylic, and then this is actually the wood that wraps around and then goes down here. I actually wanted to do this. I was gonna make another wand and do it to that one, but then I decided to just suck it up and do it to this one, especially since the wand was already made. I made this nice and thin here, so it's a perfect little spot to hold. It's pretty balanced at that point too, which is nice because then you hold it like this. It's a bummer you cover up the beautiful part of it, but it's still super nice. I was gonna save this one for last because I was like, oh, this one's gonna get probably the most like wows and the most like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, like I really like that one. But hopefully I can still impress you with some of the other ones. We have 2 left now. One will remind you, this next one will remind you of a wand that I really wanted to keep. It was the dagger wand, the one that looked kind of like a dagger. I made it super long. It was like a short sword or like a really long dagger. Had a guard and everything. You know, I'll just show it to you. This was the one that this one will remind you of it. It has some. It has one main thing. It has that big guard on it, but it's not as big and it's not as blade-like for the rest of it. But it has something really cool on it. Here it is. I found this awesome piece of metal, and it's so heavy. Like literally, the wand's balancing point is pretty much almost exactly at this guard right here. This guard also has this little notch cut out. You can see it right there. See it right there. Yes. And this is made of Padauk. Oh man, I haven't been telling you guys how long these are. Just go check on the page, the Etsy page. This one's super long though. Actually, I don't think it is that long, but 14 and a half roughly. This guy. I think the other one was like at least 15 and a half or something like that. That was a big boy. This one I really like. I like it just as much as that other one. And I'm thinking about keeping this one. I don't know yet. You guys let me know if I should keep this one as my 2020 wand. I don't know yet. For the most part, this part right here was obviously done on the lathe, so I can get these nice rings on it right there, and also on the back side there's a couple of rings. And then I made a shaft that goes through the actual little metal piece and goes into the wand, and then obviously we got these beautiful these beautiful facets on the actual blade itself. Padauk, man, Padauk, my favorite. I think Padauk is actually not Padauk. I think the place that I buy my wood is having a Padauk sale this upcoming month. So I think I may go pick up some more. I think I actually still have a bunch from the last time. I need to get other woods, but I don't think they have sales on those yet. Hopefully you guys like that one, because I do. This next one I made, and I did not even realize that it looked like something. Meekachii actually pointed out to me. She's like, oh, that looks like a paintbrush. And I was like, holy crap. It does look like a paintbrush. I didn't even see it. I've made a paintbrush-inspired wand in the past. This one was not inspired by a paintbrush, but it kind of came out looking like a paintbrush, which I'm okay with because I think it looks pretty cool. It definitely looks like a paintbrush. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, yeah, looks like a paintbrush, definitely. So I'm gonna save this part right here for later. If you're a patron and you're on Discord, you got the early access. You probably already saw this, so it's not a surprise to you, okay? But what I like about this one is that I did a different technique than this guy right here. You can see that the blade on these two are actually, the color scheme is backwards. So the way this one is the facets, the low sides are dark, and on this one the low sides are red. Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. And then the edges, the high sides are red on this one and black on that one. So I kind of did it on purpose. And these are both made out of Padauk, at least this one and that one are made out of Padauk. And then we have this cool little silver aluminum wrap right here. And then this is the my favorite part. This is the paintbrush part that looks like a paintbrush, and I did not realize that it was going to look like a paintbrush. But here it is. It pretty much looks like a paintbrush if you were to paint, or if you were Mickey and doing that game where he paints stuff on stuff. So this is a little glass piece that I filled up with acrylic and gold leaf, and it's not real gold, so relax, okay? It's just like the imitation gold leaf. And there's some red acrylic in there. What I like about it is that it almost makes it look like it has paint on it, especially from afar. It looks like it has paint on the end. Again, not intentional. It just is it was just a cool accident. I really like how that looks. That's why I saved this one for last, because I just think it looks really cool. If you guys pick up any of these ones, please, they are, I know that they're like toys, but they're not toys. They're not made to be smacking around. If you take these like for cosplay or anything like that, just be aware that they are wood and sometimes glass and sometimes, you know, other fragile things. So just please be careful with them. Don't break them. I don't want to see my wands break. And because I got asked this last time, the wands do come with a little display stand that you can put the wand on and display it. It just says Ender's Wands on there. It has my little logo on the side. And for the most part, I think all of these wands will fit on there some way or another. This one's kind of cool because it like floats. You can see this side isn't actually touching anything. I was pretty excited about that when I saw that happen. And then the weirdest one I would say is this one, but it'll still sit on there this way and work out. So here you have it, guys. I really like all of these. I think that the hardest one was between the two on the my right, your left, I believe, here. And working with acrylic is always tough. It always adds in more complications. Trying to not get any bubbles in the acrylic is always super hard. I have one more acrylic wand that I'm working on right now. It's about 20% done. So I've had plenty of acrylic plans, acrylic wands that I've started, and then it didn't work. So it happens. It happens all the time. You start something and just you're not able to do it, or you are, but it doesn't come out as well as you wanted it to. So you should stop. You shouldn't put something out that you're not happy with. And I try not to put anything out. I don't think I've ever put anything out that I didn't actually like want to keep to a degree. Remember, if you are a patron, you do get first dibs. So please contact me on Discord and let me know if you want to pick up any of these. If you want to become a patron, the link is at the end of the video and also in the description, I believe. It is, pretty sure. Other than that, I got some ideas for some D&D videos. If you guys like D&D, please look forward to that. I want everybody here to get into D&D if you haven't already, and if you are into D&D already, then good news. I got some plans for some D&D in the future. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.